Talking Alabama football every Wednesday night here at Mark Rogers TV with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Please join him there for the best in Alabama sports coverage. And check us out on YouTube at Mark Rogers TV. Also, the long-form conversations available at SEC Breakdown on iTunes and Podbean if you just want to hear us and not see us. All right, we're breaking down the positional units as we head toward summer camp in August. We've got the quarterback situation well in hand with Jalen Hurts, but depth has been depleted via the transfer route. Cooper Bateman, Blake Barnett, also David Cornwell, all seeing the writing on the wall. When a freshman, Stephen, wins the job, a true freshman, despite the talent behind him, those guys say, wow, this doesn't look like a good situation to stay in because I'm going to be sitting most likely for the rest of my career unless injury takes place. And that's pretty much the situation with those three players, despite highly touted status coming out of high school.
It was interesting last season to watch Jalen Hurts emerge, rise from not just emulating Deshaun Watson in the national championship game for that team, 2015 team, but also coming in 2016 as a true freshman, showing that skill set in the A-Day game, and had a lot of fans leaving that 26 A-Day game believing that he could be the guy, that he could be the starter, and then not just the A-Day game, but showcased it throughout summer workouts, throughout summer camp, came into fall practice, exuding that confidence. And though he had to learn a good bit of that leadership experience on the fly, played well. We're talking about 2,780 passing yards, 954 rush yards, 36 total touchdowns, which was a school record. And despite the ball taken out of his hands on that final drive as he watched Deshaun Watson take Clemson down the field one last time for a game-winning touchdown to Hunter Renfrow in the end zone, Jalen Hurts, when Alabama needed a score, he put the ball in the end zone. Could they have taken off a bit more clock? Could the pass have been a bit more crisp? Of course it could have. I mean, everybody looks at that. But at the end of the day, when you needed a touchdown, when Alabama had to put the ball in the end zone, Jalen Hurts did the only thing Jalen Hurts could do, pulled the ball down, fearlessly got down the field with his legs, and scored a 30-yard touchdown. What more could you have asked for? So, in his return as the incumbent starter as a sophomore, he's grown more in his leadership. The guys have bought more into him, but Tua Tagovailoa and Mac Jones, the two freshmen have played well in summer workouts thus far, especially on 7-on-7. Tagovailoa is somebody that's gotten a lot of glowing reviews from big media, small media, even Trent Dilfer, the man behind the Elite 11, just glowing reviews for Tagovailoa. This guy, despite being a left-hander, passes the ball smoothly, very accurate in his ability, very crisp footwork. And then you got a guy in Mac Jones who reminds me a lot of Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, just that pro-style quarterback, good feet, very good deep ball. If he continues to grow and add some weight to his frame, he can be special. But Jalen Hurts coming back, I expect him to be the starter because of his leadership, his ability to improve his passing. He went to the Manning Passing Academy during the weekend, really learned some things from Archie Manning, Peyton, and Eli Manning. And I'm really excited for what Jalen Hurts can do this upcoming year.
I will make the same defense for Jalen Hurts this past championship game as I have for Tom Brady in 2 Super Bowls and also Kurt Warner in 2 Super Bowls. So you lose in the final seconds, but the other quarterback's on the field with the football in his hands, and he scores with virtually no time on the clock. Warner twice in the Super Bowl, Brady twice, and almost 3 times if Russell Wilson had not thrown the interception. It would have happened to Brady 3 times.
Just give it to Marshawn Lynch.
that he was watching the play on the sideline. Yeah, Pete Carroll probably still having nightmares over that one. I will say the same thing for Jalen Hurts. As you so eloquently pointed out, he drove at the length of the field at 2 consecutive series in the fourth quarter, needing to score. So he scores, they take the lead. Deshaun Watson comes back, takes the lead for Clemson. Hurts takes it back down the field, scores again, takes the lead for Alabama. and Watson has to score with 1 second left to pull out the victory. Otherwise, as a true freshman, Jalen Hurts wins a national championship, and he did all that he could do. The game was taken out of his hands with him standing on the sideline. So besides the obvious of me and just about everybody else thinking Hurts has to improve, he's an extremely talented kid, he has great coaching around him, and he's going from his freshman year to his sophomore year, are there tangible reasons based on what you saw in Hurd coming out of spring camp and otherwise that would make us to believe, even beyond just the typically expected freshman to sophomore ascension, that he should be a better quarterback this year?
I think one of the things that tangibly that I've seen that's going to make him a better quarterback is not just the leadership, Mark. I think he understands now, what he's supposed to do. I mean, last year, true freshman, you're thrown into the fire. You're learning things on the fly. It's trial by fire. You have to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Okay, don't throw that pick. Don't take that run. Don't make that read. You're being thrown into the fire, and you're being tested while in the test on what you should do, why should you do it, and the purpose of you doing it. I think after you get a year under your belt and you take a chance to step back and you go into your first full off season after being a starter, you look at, okay, now I know what I'm supposed to do. I saw the trial by fire. I got through that, and I got through that in the best way possible. And in Jalen Hurts' case, winning a Southeastern Conference championship, winning a Peach Bowl title, getting my team to the national championship stage, coming just 6 seconds close to winning. Okay, now, as I process this, I'm going into my sophomore year. He's now understanding getting the guys to respect him more, not just as a passer and as a quarterback, Mark, but as a leader. When I come into this huddle, having these guys fully understand, I'm in this huddle, I'm going to give you the best possible chance to win. I'm going to give you the best possible chance for our team to make a play, for our team to move the football, for our team to win, and for our team to be consistent. And from talking to people that I know around this program, I've heard it's been stated to me, this young man has taken the steps towards being that all-around true leader. People come to him more. People respond to him more. People are taking the time to work out after practice with him more. And I think that's the main thing. It goes beyond the passing. When these players look at Jalen Hurts going into year two, they see the quarterback they want to be with.